Hi, I'm Veronica Dietz.
Hi, I'm Trip Dietz.
And this is our garden at the Sonflower Farm. This little guy spends all kinds of time cleaning horse stalls just so we can put all of the poop right here into our garden. So I just had to pull out all of our squash plants. The squash bugs got in there and laid their eggs and made all their gross little grubs. This is the time when we go ahead and pull all the plants out. We'll fill this bed all the way to the top with horse manure. It takes 21 days for it to decompose. And go through the composting process. We'll add some worms into it, and the next thing we do is go ahead and plant it for whatever's coming up. So we went over composting, filling the boxes, and what I'm going to do, because I had so many problems with the squash bugs this year, I'm going to replant that box with some different seeds that are not vine seeds. I'm going to put in some basil, and I just picked these cheap little seeds up at Dollar General. Some cilantro. I am going to do some marigold and hope that that keeps some of the bugs away. We're in Texas, as you know, and our growing season is a lot longer. It's not too late to start some of your plants that you want to have later in the season. So I'm going to go ahead and try some bell peppers, and I am going to try some cucumbers in a different area. I'm just going to start another batch in case the bugs get my batch that's growing now. I'm also going to do some onions. In the background, you can see lettuce. This is actually spicy lettuce. It's flowered on the top. Last year I had some flower and I didn't think much of it. It was in a weird spot. We didn't pick it. We didn't eat it. And when spring came, we had lettuce plants growing. So I'm hoping that we'll drop some seed here and have lettuce plants once I pull these out. So I'm just going to let them go as an experiment and see what happens. In this area, we're doing some companion gardening. I kind of like the garden to look wild and natural, and some things grow better together than others. And I figure if I grow some different things, again with the squash bugs, if they get a hold of this zucchini plant, for instance, I still have other things growing in here and it's not a lost bed. So I have peas, green beans, zucchini. This is a cucumber plant, and I have okra growing in here. Over here we have okra, potatoes, more potatoes here. We've got some asparagus and some sunflowers, because I like to just scatter sunflowers everywhere. This is an area, another experimental area, because gardening is an experiment, where I just dumped a pack of tomato seeds. And it's taking a different kind of maintenance, because we've got to get in there and trim here and there, because it is a whole pack of seeds. I am not trimming as much as I normally would. I'm just picking grass as I see it, and we water our tomato plants when they ask for water. So when the leaves start to get a little bit crispy and they start looking a little bit sad, we water them. As far as fertilizer, Adding the horse manure is fantastic fertilizer. We do chicken eggs from our chickens. We also do milk. If we have milk that's not looking so good, we just pour that right in the soil, and that helps bump up the calcium. So a lot of this stuff can just come from your kitchen and your farm, your homestead, and reusing the products that you're already making.
Squash bug.
So we're going to do a little clarification, because at the end of that clip, Becca said, "You do what?" And we raise chickens, so we do use chicken eggs. And we use them for the worms too. If you just dig a hole, put an egg in there, smash it, and cover it up, you don't get the stinky smell, you don't get the bugs at the top. It basically feeds everything growing in the dirt and in the horse manure. As far as adding horse manure, a little bit of clarification on that. We will add horse manure into the beds as the plants are growing. Tomatoes like a really deep bed, and if you pull the little stems off and add a little horse manure, it will increase their root system, and that helps them to be better supported and produce more. I sometimes use fresh horse manure, but most of the time I have a couple horses that walk around in their pens and they break it up with their feet, and so I will just pick a day, move them out of the pen, wait 21 days, wait for it to get good and dry. It's kind of like a dusty mulch in the pen already. We just pick it up in the wheelbarrow, bring it on in, and scoop it around the base of the plants. And the milk we pour, I basically just pour it into the ground, and it helps add calcium. And again, that helps with plant structure. Not all plants need milk, but the great part is if you're pouring it on the ground and not on the plant, if they don't need it, it's not going to hurt them.
So this is a tomato cage. We use them so we can hold up the tomatoes so they don't fall down and cancel out all the plants back here.
Cucumber plants, again, a companion area. We've got some black raspberries in here. We just harvested some cucumbers. This one's a little old. These are great. We're going to use these in our salad when we go inside. Some of the best parts about having a garden are being able to go out, pick your harvest, go inside and make up a good meal with the things that you've grown. An important thing to remember is that gardening is always an experiment. It's meant for fun. And of course produce, but if you make it fun, the produce will come.